Let's go to a team with another new coach. Let's go to the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Okay.
I feel like our Arkansas listeners deserve a little bit of respect, frankly, because I read the messages that these folks send in. They love the team as much as ever, but there is part of it that feels a bit like an abusive relationship over these last couple of years. I mean, they're just hoping against hope that something changes. I guess they got a very notable change this offseason now with them finally parting ways with Sam Pittman, going in the direction of Ryan Silverfield. Maybe we can talk through how we feel about that. Obviously, Arkansas. Obviously, Arkansas was in a position a year ago where they were a tremendous half team. Had a very good offense, had a very poor defense, and that led us in no small part to this moment in time in 2026 where we're talking about new guys, new coaches, new players, you name it.
Yeah.
I am looking for reasons to try and be optimistic about this Arkansas team. And something that I read a lot in the offseason was how it seemed as though Ryan Silverfield was able to get people to write checks. Yeah. It seemed as though that class of booster was on some level into what Ryan Silverfield was selling. If nothing more, he's just a new face who had success elsewhere that they could bring over and, you know, maybe install a system and get things going a little quicker than expected. I still see a relatively tough uphill climb here. I don't think you can fix the defense overnight. I'm not sure there's enough certainty at the quarterback position with KJ Jackson. And just across the board, I just think this is the type of situation that's going to take a couple years if it's going to work at all. This isn't to say they have bad skill talent. This isn't to say that the offense that they're going to put in with Tim Cramsey is the worst idea.
Right.
This isn't to say that there is nothing to work with. It's not like the cupboard is fully bare. But I just think given the level of competition around the SEC, it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. Even if Ron Roberts can coach that defense up, and I happen to like Ron Roberts a great deal.
Yeah.
I just think you look at the schedule, Arkansas might have the hardest SEC draw
could be
of any team in the conference. They're going to face 10 FBS teams that are ranked 31st or better in the SP+, including 4 of which in the top 10.
Yeah.
So speaking of no runway, speaking of having a really tough learning curve here in the first year of Ryan Silverfield, I'm not sure how Arkansas can pull that rabbit out of the hat. Maybe they'll surprise me, but I don't see a bowl here, given the schedule and given just the size of this project. And that should not be, I think, all on Ryan Silverfield. His starting point is drastically different than some of his peers in the conference who are also starting over, new coaches stepping foot on campus for the first time. So I'm optimistic that he can turn it around, and I'm optimistic because he does have something of a track record for being very successful at Memphis. He built a really nice program at Memphis.
Yes.
But I'm just like, I'm having a hard time squinting and seeing it in year one.
Yeah. I mean, even looking for 4 or 5 wins could be quite tough. And if they're more organized, if they have a good amount of health luck, I think Ron Roberts is good, as do you. I still don't see them come. Like I like the I think it's the Maryland transfer at corner, Lakai Rowland. He was super productive and I think is a big value add, and he was in high demand, and Arkansas was the one who was able to pry him away from College Park. But I don't think there's enough talent. I don't think there's enough experience to compete on a level to get to like 6 or 7 wins in the SEC in year one. It's just, I think it's too tall an ask. Both with the schedule, the lack of experience. I don't have a lot of trust in the lines of scrimmage, and I can't get there. You look at some of the guys they brought in, and they were guys who were not performing at their previous place, and now they're going to be tasked with performing against a more difficult schedule, we think. I'm just not there. As fun as Arkansas was on offense, and as close as they were to winning many more games last season.
And they weren't that far off. They truly weren't.
No, but they also were basically exactly of Memphis quality in their close loss, right?
Yeah.
And now they hire the Memphis guy who had his team last season with a lot of these players of essentially Arkansas quality. I think it's just going to take a season or two.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, and even on the quarterback front, and I know we've talked about this before, KJ Jackson seems like he's going to be QB1. I read plenty of reports. I was listening to podcasts this offseason where even the people that cover the team were like, we think he can run the system. We think he's probably the guy, but there isn't a whole lot of confidence on that front either. Doesn't mean he can't be good. Doesn't mean he can't run the system. But I just feel like if we want to talk about LSU and a lot being new and trying to project forward what that might look like.
Yeah.
Arkansas is obviously at a much different starting point. We're not asking whether Sam Levitt can go out there and be a productive quarterback. We're asking, can KJ Jackson run the system? And the answer is we think. That's part of why I'm a little bit more pessimistic on this team.
Yeah. I don't see much in terms of explosion in year one.
And I feel bad saying all this because the Arkansas people who write in are very nice people.
Yeah.
Just love college football. Kudos, guys. Kudos.
Yeah.
But if nothing more, change in leadership, change in philosophy. We'll see what Ryan Silverfield has in year one. It's going to be a very, very difficult uphill climb given the schedule.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the best you can hope for is there are some sandwich and moments where they're getting teams in a spillover kind of way. But, like, I don't know. You can't count on letdowns and look aheads and sandwiches. Like, it's just the body blow stuff. You got to be able to get to, 27 points or keep a team under 30. And it doesn't seem like it's in the cards.